The Sharkman Karate rework in Blox Fruits has completely changed the way this fighting style functions, and for many players, it has gone from being considered a niche or secondary style into one of the most versatile and powerful combat options in the entire game. In this guide, we are going to break down everything you need to know about the new Sharkman Karate after the rework, how to unlock it, what has changed from the old version, skill-by-skill breakdowns, PvP and PvE strategies, the best builds, combos, and advanced tricks. By the end, you'll understand why this fighting style is now considered one of the strongest tools you can have in your arsenal, whether you're grinding, raiding, or dominating in PvP. Introduction: why Sharkman Karate matters after the rework. Before the rework, Sharkman Karate was a solid fighting style, but it was often overshadowed by other styles such as Dragon Talon, Superhuman, or God Human. It was good for water mobility and had some knockback effects, but many players considered it situational. After the rework, however, everything has changed. The style now has better hitboxes, faster moves, smoother animations, stronger combos, and a unique identity that blends water-based abilities with high burst damage and crowd control. The goal of the rework was to modernize Sharkman Karate so that it could compete with the top-tier fighting styles and feel satisfying to use in every scenario. And it has achieved that. Now it's not just about mobility on water, but about consistent damage, versatility, and synergy with a wide range of fruits and weapons. How to unlock Sharkman Karate after the rework. The unlocking method for Sharkman Karate hasn't changed dramatically, but it's worth going over for newer players. Requirements: you need Water Kung Fu Mastery, at least 400. You must be in the 2nd sea. You need to collect the materials and requirements to unlock it. Quest: speak to Dagrok, the Sharkman trainer at the 2nd sea. You will need to gather certain materials like fish tails and have a decent amount of belly and fragments. Cost: roughly 2,500,000 belly and 5,000 fragments, plus the items required. Once unlocked, you'll have access to Sharkman Karate, and now, thanks to the rework, it's worth every bit of investment. Skill breakdown: old versus new. The rework introduced major changes to the abilities. Let's go one by one. Z, 12 water palms. Old version: a straightforward combo starter, but with limited range and awkward hitboxes. Reworked version: now much smoother, with faster startup and larger hit detection. It's easier to land in PvP, and can also shred NPCs in PV farming. The damage scaling is better, making it a solid opener. 10 Pressure Vortex. Old version: a water-based AoE that knocked enemies back, but the knockback often ruined combos. Reworked version: still an AoE burst, but now with better control and less disruptive knockback. It keeps enemies in range for follow-up attacks, making it much more combo-friendly. This is now one of Sharkman Karate's signature moves. See Great Sea Spear. Old version: a chargeable water spear that was too slow to land reliably. Reworked version: much faster, more accurate, and it pierces through targets. Excellent for PvE farming multiple enemies at once, and deadly in PvP if you predict movement. 5 Ocean's Wrath, Rework Exclusive Edition. This is one of the major highlights of the rework. A new ultimate style move that creates a massive water explosion with wide AoE and heavy damage. It gives Sharkman Karate the burst finisher it always lacked. Great for ending combos or clearing out groups of NPCs. With these changes, Sharkman Karate now feels complete. It has fast combo starters, mid-range pressure, AoE control, and a high-damage finisher. Sharkman Karate in PvE, grinding and raids. One of the biggest advantages of Sharkman Karate after the rework is how well it performs in PvE content. Farming NPCs. See Great Sea Spear is perfect for lining up enemies and piercing through them. Pressure Vortex clears groups quickly without scattering them too far. Auto attacks, M1S, are fluid and strong, making melee farming efficient. Boss fights. Sharkman Karate excels at hit-and-run strategies. Use Z to start combos, C to chunk HP, then dodge. The new V ability helps deal with bosses that summon minions, as it clears mobs instantly. Raids. Thanks to its AoE and crowd control, Sharkman Karate has become viable in elemental raids, where clearing waves quickly is essential. Sharkman Karate in PvP. This is where Sharkman Karate truly shines after the rework. Its combination of fast moves, strong damage, and improved hitboxes makes it a serious PvP contender. Strengths in PvP. Fast combos, Z, X, C creates a natural chain of damage. Control, knockback is reduced, so enemies stay in your combo range. Burst damage, the new V ability allows you to finish combos explosively. Mobility, as a water-based style, Sharkman Karate keeps the advantage near oceans or water-heavy maps. Weaknesses, still requires precision, missing C Great Sea Spear leaves you open. The cooldowns are slightly longer than Dragon Talon or God Human, meaning you must manage your timing carefully. Best combos with Sharkman Karate. Here are some deadly combos you can try. Basic combo. Z, X, M1C. Simple but effective. Deals consistent damage. Burst combo. Fruit stun, like light Z, Z, X, C, V. Great for PvP. Uses fruit to extend combo and finish with V. Weapon combo. Sword dash, Darkblade Z, Sharkman Z, X, C, sword finisher. Synergizes well with swords like Darkblade, Saber, or Yoru. Best builds for Sharkman Karate. Fruits that synergize well. Light fruit, mobility plus stuns to extend Sharkman combos. Dough fruit, high crowd control and perfect combo extension. Dragon fruit, burst plus Sharkman combos equals insane PvP pressure. Magma fruit, Yoi stacking with Sharkman's water abilities for raid clearing. Weapons to pair with Sharkman. Dark Blade / Yoru, quick slashes that extend Sharkman combos. Saber, consistent damage, easy to weave into combos. Cursed Dual Katana, high damage finisher, great synergy with Sharkman Burst. Progression and mastery tips. Farm NPCs with C. Line them up for piercing damage. Practice combos in safe zones. Master Z, X, C before taking it into PvP. Raid farming. Use Sharkman in raids to grind fragments while also leveling mastery. Switch to God Human later. If your end goal is God Human, Sharkman Karate Mastery contributes directly to unlocking it. Advanced tricks. Water advantage. Sharkman Karate gives natural mobility buffs in water, so bait players into ocean fights where you have the edge. Cooldown mind games. Fake AC cast to bait dodges, then follow with Z. Combining knockback. Use terrain to your advantage. Knock enemies into walls with X for guaranteed follow-ups. Final thoughts. Is Sharkman Karate worth it after the rework? Absolutely. The rework has taken Sharkman Karate from a situational fighting style into a top-tier option. It has strong PvE farming potential, raid viability, and most importantly, powerful PvP combos. With smoother animations, bigger hitboxes, reduced knockback, and the addition of a devastating V ability, Sharkman Karate finally feels like the shark-themed martial art it was always meant to be. Whether you're grinding mastery, raiding for fragments, or climbing the PvP ranks, Sharkman Karate is now one of the best investments you can make in Blox Fruits.